तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Om Shri Sai Ram. Welcome to all the parents, all the children, teachers, and other members of our Sri Sathya Sai Global Council Center of Dallas. This is an event that we do every semester. Last time we did this in the month of October, and this year this is the second semester of this year, and today we thought we would dedicate this day for our children to come here and share with all of you their learning in the class this year so far. And also the bhajans following this presentation will be done by the children. And this time, in addition to the bhajan, there will also be a music program. So the children have all practiced very hard for the music program and the bhajans, and they have been working very closely with the teachers on the presentation. And needless to say, this would never happen if the parents were not actively involved in it. And so first of all, we want to thank all the parents for your support and dedication to making this happen. Without taking any further time, I'd like to turn this over. The way we are going to do this is Group 1A and B, they will do two separate presentations, followed by Group 2A and 2B, and then Group 3, and then we'll conclude with Group 4 Group 4 presentation. With that, I'll turn it over to our Group 1 coordinator and teacher, Sumana. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her and her sister's name, Sujana. I'm very sorry. And Janaki is the other teacher. Thank you.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My name is Sujana, and I teach Group 1A along with my co-teacher Janaki Priya. Sai Ram. And today we are going to have our children come and present what they have learned this semester. And So the topic that we are covering is devotion. It was there last semester too, but we are extending the topic into this semester. And devotion, they will be focusing on prayer. They have learnt a few prayers. And we do a lot of activities in our class for the topic that we are covering in class that day. So they will also speak about the activity that they have done in class. And so our class typically goes like prayer, stories, activities. And group 1A is the smallest of the lot. They are between 6 and 7 years. And we have a couple of 5-year-olds too. And they are the seeds of this program. We take good care of them in our class. They're all extremely adorable, very attentive in class. They participate very well in class, and it's a pleasure to have all your kids in Group 1A. And so today, they will go in order. So few of them will speak about the stories that they have learned. A few of them will speak about the activities, and some of them will also chant a few prayers. Sairam.
Om Shri Sai Ram, everyone. My name is Hasani. We are Group 1A of the SSSE program. In our class, we learn shlokas, stories, and bhajans, and do activities related to what we have learnt. Today, we will be presenting what we have covered in our classes.
Sai Ram, my name is Manasvi. Sai Ram, my name is Manasvi. I am from Group 1A. What is a prayer? A prayer is talking to God. We watch the story of a sincere prayer. A prayer becomes a sincere prayer when we never stop talking to God. Story Chicken and Rooster taught us to never stop talking to God even when the path is hard. And God is waiting to talk to us.
Sai Ram, my name is Dhruva. I'm from Group 1A. Today I will be presenting about the food prayer. It is important to pray before we eat, as it purifies our food. Prayer cleanliness the food from 3 impurities: cleanliness of vessel, cleanliness of the foodstuff, and cleanliness of the process of making the food. We offer our food to God in the form of prayer to protect us from these 3 impurities. Thank you, God, for the food today, and I would like to offer it to you. Hare Data Hare Bhokta Haryanam Prajapati Hari Viprachari Rastu Bhokte Bhoje Te Harihi Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
My name is Saya. I'm Group 1A. And we play Eat Healthy musical chair game and identify food. Food nutritious to eat.
Sai Ram, my name is Vihan. I am from Group 1A. 1A. Devotion means love for God, and it is important to love everyone. God resides in everyone's heart.
Sai Ram, my name is Niharika. I'm in Group 1A, and we learn, and it is important to use our words carefully as
carefully with everybody as it hurts their feelings. We read a book titled Chrysanthemum, and whenever we heard we did an activity with tissue paper heart, and whenever we heard a hurtful word in the story, we had to in the story the tissue heart was crushed, and at the end of the story we tried to straighten the heart. When we heard loving words, we had to straighten the heart, the crushed heart. At the end, the heart could not be made the same as it was before. We learned that words once said can never be taken with a sorry.
Saira, my name is Sahasra. I'm from Group 1A. We learned a very important prayer which is recited before starting work or study. Om Sahana Vavatu is to unite the teacher and student with protection of the divine. It is a very powerful prayer. I will recite it for you. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinatamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Saira, my name is Antriksha, and I'm in Group 1A. We learned a story about Hanuman's exemplary love and devotion for Lord Rama. The story we read is called Hanuman's Big Gig. The moral of the story we read is called The moral of the story we learned was pride takes us away from God and humility brings us closer to God. Sairam. My name is Rihan and I'm from Group 1A. Can we see God? We experience God through stories and bhajans. Love towards others through kindness, and God resides in our heart and closest to us, and He's our best friend.
Sairam, my name is Shrita and I'm from Group 1A. We did an activity in class to understand this. We had heart drawn on a plain piece of paper and words of love written with the white crayon. We used watercolors and started painting, and the white crayon started revealing itself. The water crayon is in faith in God. When we have faith in God, He reveals Himself to us. We enjoy doing this activity in class.
We would like to conclude with few quotes of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Thank you all for listening to our presentation.
Thank you, children, Group 1A. These are first and second grade children. Thanks to Sujana and Janaki Priya They are off to a good start with the help of parents, and if this process continues 10 years from now, and these kids are in junior high school and high school, I think we're going to see some beautiful people evolve through this program. Thank you, teachers, for your dedication. Next, we go to Group 1B, and that is some of the more older Group 2 and Group 3 students. And the teachers are Sri Priya and Gayatri Manian.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Welcome to all the parents, and thank you so much for making this happen, because you all supported us in every possible way in making this presentation, and with 100% attendance in our Group 1B. All the children are presenting today, and the topic for Group 1B for the entire year was devotion, and particularly this semester we are talking about devotion, a journey through the religions of the world. And we traveled in this journey along with the children Anya, Ananya, Arjun, Chetna, Kavi, Lokya, Naya, Samarth, Satvik, Srivatsan and Sumedha. And you all know us already, but just as an introduction, my name is Sri Priya and I'm teaching Group 1B, and this is...
I'm Gayatri Manian. I'm also a co-teacher for 1B. Welcome to this journey of religions. I hope you all will enjoy our kids' presentation. Thank you.
Sai Ram, my name is Anya and I'm in Group 1B. Today I will be talking about Confucianism. Confucianism does not have any existing deity, but Confucius, China's first sage, is very close, but is worshipped more of a spirit than a god. Confucianism worships by praying to ancestors and going to temples called Kongmyo in Chinese. The four most important symbols in Confucianism are Confucius, the Chinese character for water, the Chinese character for scholar, and yin yang. The important festivals in Confucianism are Confucius's birthday, the Qingming Festival, also known as the Qingming Festival, and Chongmyo Taje. Confucianism is practiced in China, Vietnam, Japan, and Korea. The holy scriptures in Confucianism are the Great Learning, Doctrine of the Mean, Analects, and Mencius. Swami says, religions are many, but God is one. And the essence of all religions is one. Surrender is the main duty of everyone. Surrender means the feeling of oneness. I and God are one. Why? The reason is that one who is present in you is present in me. Sai Ram.
Hi Ram, I'm Ananya and I will be talking about Hinduism. Hinduism is a religion practiced by 1.2 billion people around the world. India contains 94% of the global Hindu population. The key belief in Hinduism is that the entire universe is pervaded by Brahman or divinity. Hindus believe that each person is intrinsically divine and that the purpose of life is to realize the divinity within all. To make the infinite comprehensible to the human mind, Hindus use different forms of God. Many picture God in the holy trinity of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, while others relate to a mother form in Devi as Parvati or Lakshmi. Ganesha is a form often worshipped before starting a new venture. Chanting of mantras is the primary form of prayer. Puja is a way of worshipping the chosen form of God. Meditation and service to mankind are ways one might experience and express oneness with the divine principle. Meditation in particular is to help one realize the divinity in all. The key festivals in Hinduism celebrated by Hindus are Diwali, the festival of lights, Navaratri, the 9-day festival honoring the mother goddess, Holi, Makar Sankranti, and Shivratri. Festivals follow the lunar calendar and honor the divine and the changing of the seasons as well. The holy texts of the Hindus contain works known as the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Puranas. The holy book called the Bhagavad Gita offers guidance on how to live one's life in order to realize one's true nature. Our Swami says that Hinduism is truly a world culture with its eternal values like Daya, Dharma, and Dhamma, compassion, virtue, and self-control. It is the one religion that proclaims the truth that there is nothing separate from God and proves it too. This is a tolerant religion that wants us to develop love towards all men and respects all religions as path to the same goal. Thank you. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, my name is Arjun and the religion I will be talking about is Shintoism. It is practiced in Japan and there are up to 100,000 registered shrines in Japan. This religion has no absolute. There are no absolute right and wrong and nobody is perfect. Spiritual powers or gods are called kami and there are up to 80 million different kami. Kojiki, the record of ancient matter, is the sacred text of Shinto religion. The purpose of most Shinto rituals is to keep away evil spirits by prayers and offering to the kami. They pray by bowing twice, clapping twice, and bow once. They have a spring festival, Haru Matsuri, autumn festival, Aki Matsuri, and the annual festival Risai, and the divine process Shinkosai. Swami says religion is the embodiment of good contained in religion teachings and the heritage of mankind. Sai Ram, thank you.
Sarah, my name is Chinna. Today I'm going to talk about Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is an Iranian religion and one of the oldest faiths from around 3,000 years based on the teaching of the prophet Zoroaster. This religion is practiced by immigrants from Persia settled in India known as Parsis. Zoroastrians worship Arda Masra as the supreme being. Ahura Mazda means Lord of Wisdom. Symbols of Zoroastrianism in Zoroastrianism: the fire, Arda Masra, and the cypress tree. The Persian New Year is one of the most important holy days for Zoroastrians. They celebrate the Persian New Year in spring season. The return of spring is of great spiritual significance, symboling the victory of good over evil and joy over sorrow. Zoroastrians believe in good and evil. Avesta is the sacred book of Zoroastrianism and contains the teachings of the prophet Zoroaster. Zoroastrians pray by calling upon celebrating Arda Masra, who good ascends run through all things. They pray while facing the sun, fire, or any source of light, which represents Arda Masra's divine light. Clothes Zoroastrians wear: robes for men and traditional clothes of Zoroastrian family. Swami has chosen Zoroastrianism as one of the 5 great religions for his Sarva Dharma symbols. Sarah and Zay.
Jai Sai Ram. My name is Kavi and I am here to talk to you about Sikhism. Sikhism is practiced all over the world, but percentage-wise, it's practiced the most in Canada, then followed by India. But population-wise, it's India and then followed by Canada. In India, percentage-wise, there are the most Sikhs in the Punjab. The name of God in Sikhism is Vaheguru, which is one God and universal in all. There are 10 gurus, and the last guru is Guru Gobind Singh. The holy book in Sikhism is the Adi Granth, which is the code of conduct. Sikhs worship in a gurudwara, and there are 5 Ks. There's the Kesh, which forbids the cutting of hair. You also and then there's the Kanga, which means keeping a comb. You also need to have and then there's an iron bangle, which is the kara, and then there are the trousers, which is the kachera, and then there's you have to wear trousers under your clothes to symbolize self-control. That's the kachera, and then there's a sword that they keep around this area. That's called the kirpan. These were formalized by Guru Gobind Singh. Now, the most important festival in Sikhism is Vaisakhi, which is the Sikh New Year and also the harvest festival. And last but not least, Swami says all religions lead to the same goal, which is love. Jai Sai Ram.
Saira, my name is Laukia and I will be talking about Judaism. What part of the world practices Judaism? Jews mostly live in Israel. Some live in US and Canada. Israel is the most popular place to find Jewish people. Who do Jews pray to? The main God of Judaism is Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What is the Jews' holy book? The most sacred Jewish text is the Torah scroll, containing the 5 books of Moses, and it is handwritten by a trained scribe who pens the text. How do Jews pray? The Jewish pray by reciting two of the blessings called Shema, followed by Amida. This prayer is called Mariv. The festivals they celebrate. The major festivals Jewish celebrate are Days of Awe, Rosh Hashanah, which is New Year, and Sukkot, which is Thanksgiving, Purim, which means happy and good, and Pesach, which means the festival of freedom. What does Swami say? Swami says not to exclude anyone because of their religion, but to accept everyone. Thank you, Sai Ram.
Sairam, my name is Naya and I'm in group 1B, and today I'm going to talk about Islam. Here are 3 things about Islam. Islam is a popular religion, Islam only has one God, and Islam is rich in culture. Why Islam is popular? There are 1.8 billion Muslims out of 7.888 billion people in the world. Majority of Muslims live in 49 countries. What God they pray to? Muslims pray to only one God. They pray to Allah. The name Allah is in Arabic. Islam is practiced in many parts of the world. What they celebrate? Muslims celebrate so many festivals. Ramadan, the month the Muslims fast. Ashura, the day of remembrance. Their symbol. Islam's symbol is a moon crescent with one star in the middle. What they wear. Men wear something that covers their head and the place between the waist and the knees. For women, they wear Islamic dresses that will cover their hair and body from ankle to neck. Some Islamic dresses will cover their face. How they pray. Muslims pray 5 times a day. When they pray, they face to Mecca. They pray at dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and after dark. The prayer that Muslims do is called Salat. The ritual is taught by the Prophet of Islam. What their belief. Muslims believe in the God Allah. Swami says Islam is a word which denotes not a particular religion, but a state of mind, the state of total surrender to the will of God. The name of their holy book. Quran. Thank you, Sam.
Sarah,
My name is Samarth, and today I will be talking about Jainism. Where is Jainism practiced? Jainism is mostly practiced in all states of India, but mostly in Maharashtra and Rajasthan. Outside India, some of the largest Jain communities can be found in Canada, Europe, and USA. Which god Jains pray to? Jains worship to Mahavir, Parshumanata, Nimanata, and Rishabhanata. In Jainism, godliness is said to be an inherent quality of every soul. Holy Book of Jains. The Holy Book of Jainism is known as Agam Sutras. How do Jains pray? Jains worship through meditation, offerings, and by singing prayers. Festivals of Jainism. Jains celebrate many annual festivals like Parshurana, Mahavir Jayanti, Akshaya Tritiya, Kartika Purnima, and Diwali. Swami's words on Jainism. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Swami also says he had conquered his senses. The title of victor was conferred on Mahavira. It is when all these sensory processors are brought under unified control that man becomes a conqueror or a Jina. Because he had conquered his senses, the title of victor was conferred on Mahavira. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, everyone. My name is Sathya and I'm from class 1B. Today I will be talking to you about Christianity. What God do Christians pray to? The God that Christians pray to is Jesus. How they pray to God? They go to church and pray with a sense of reverence. What is the symbol for Christianity? The symbol is the cross. Swami says cross means cutting the I, the ego. One of the main festivals is Christmas. The other festivals are Easter, Lent, Good Friday, and Advent Sunday. Sathya Sai Baba spoke about Jesus with great love on many occasions. He said, Jesus was a master, born with a purpose, the mission of restoring love, charity, and compassion in the hearts of men. He had no attachment to the self. He never paid heed to sorrow or pain, joy or gain. Thank you and Sairam.
Sairam, my name is Srivatsan and today I'm gonna be talking about Buddhism. Where is Buddhism mostly practiced? Buddhism is mostly practiced in India, Thailand, Central and Southeast Asia, China, Korea and Japan. Which god they pray to? Buddhism doesn't worship any god. They put forward a figure of Buddha, Shakyamuni, the bearer of belief. What is their holy book of Buddhism? The Suttas, collection of Buddha's teaching, is the holy book of Buddhism. It is also called Buddhist Bible. How do they pray? They chant mantra and count the beats in their hand. What festivals Buddhists celebrate? Vesak, the day that Buddha was born in Japan. In Japan, they celebrated a different way called Flower Day. Buddhist New Year. These are some more celebrations. Buddhist New Year, Magha Puja, Dharma Day, Pavana, and the Kichina Day. Their symbol. What Baba says about Buddhism. Baba says purity the path of liberation. Sathya Sai Baba speaks, volume 30, May 15, 1997.
Sairam, my name is Sumedha and I'm in Group 1B. Today I'll be talking about Taoism. Taoism is practiced and celebrated by people in China. Taoists don't have a god, but they pray to heaven instead. Taoism's holy book is the Tao Te Ching. Taoists pray by reciting prayers at a temple. They have a lot of festivals, but the most popular one is the Chinese New Year. Swami says that all religions should be respected equally because God is one and the same God for all of them. Thank you, and Sairam.
And now we're going to offer a song on what Swami has to say about all religions. Now we're going to offer a song on what Swami has to say about all religions.
Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here? All I want is your love, my child. All I want is your faith. All I want is your loving God, no matter what your fate. So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here? Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, all came to this land. All of them brought the message of love. Love your fellow man. So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? The light you see in the dark of night is that of God and man. Find the light that is in your heart and reach the promised land. So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here? Why fear when I am here?
Great, good job, Group 1B students. And the teachers also did an exceptionally good job of teaching them about different religion. But there's only one issue. You guys took 20 minutes more than what was allocated. We had 15 minutes for each class, and this group took 35 minutes. So I want to caution all of you that if others do it on time, we will exceed the allocated time by about 15, 20 minutes. And I want to apologize, but forewarn all of you. You know, when you hear your children talk about topics like religion, and when as parents we begin to learn from them, then you know that you have done a good job of parenting. When you learn from your children, you know that you have done a good job of parenting. And when you learn from your grandchildren, you know for sure that you did a good job of parenting, and your children did a good job of parenting as well. And that is why Swami puts an enormous emphasis on good parenting, and that's what makes good children. Now we'll move on to Group 2A, and Panchavi will, and Shweta will be the two teachers who are going to coordinate this.
Sairam everyone, my name is Panchavi, my co-teacher is Sweta. We are really blessed to have 14 children in our class. We know all about the wristwatch, right? But our class students going to present the different watch, which is very important for our life to be a better person. Let's hear it from them. I'm very happy to welcome my class students, Sai Nirvan, Dhruti, Sai Meera, Srihari, Hansini, Abhijan, Diya, Adira, Shrikar, Adya, Prisha, Karishma, Aruna, and Radha.
Sairam, everyone. An ordinary watch just tells the time. This special watch comprises 5 letters, and we will learn a great lesson in self-development through these 5 letters. W tells us, watch your words. A warns us, watch your actions. T indicates, watch your thoughts. C advises, watch your character. And H declares, watch your heart.
Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba says that this is the real watch. The wristwatch may go for repair, but this real watch will never get spoiled. The 5 letters in the word watch, words, actions, thoughts, character, and heart, all lead to the 5 human values: truth, right conduct, peace, love, and nonviolence. Watch your words, let them be truthful. Watch your actions, let them be righteous. Watch your thoughts, let them be peaceful. Watch your character, let it be saturated with love. Watch your heart, let it be filled with nonviolence.
Watch your words. In this world, if you want to promote friendship, you can do so by using sweet words and by talking in a very sweet manner. On the other hand, if you use harsh words, it's like hurting someone with arrows. When you break a heart with bad offensive words, it's like you will never be able to put it together. Therefore, remember that words can trigger endless sorrow as well as endless joy, so use only those words which will never hurt the feelings of other people. Always use soft and sweet words.
We have to think before we speak. The acronym THINK. Please check these questions before you speak. The letter T. Is it true? The letter H. Will it hurt anyone? The letter I. Will it improve by silence? The letter N. Is it necessary? The letter K. Is it kind? Swami says you cannot always oblige, but you can always speak obligingly.
Watch your actions and ensure that they are right. The actions should be in harmony with words and always follow dharma in every action. One must face consequences of their own actions, good for good and bad for bad. What is the meaning of a good action?
A good action is that which would please God. Whatever you do, you should always have the feeling that you are doing God's work. Further, you should never forget to dedicate your actions to God.
The Vedas says, Satyam vada dharmam chara, meaning speak the truth, follow righteousness. Truth put into practice is righteousness. Truth is expressed in words, in righteousness, in action.
Good fortune is always a result of good and positive thoughts, whereas bad and negative thoughts lead to bad actions and bad habits. So we must cultivate good and positive thoughts. There are many factors affect our thoughts. Let's see one by one.
We should seek the company of good people. It's the company we join that decides our lives. Students should totally avoid bad company. We should always join the group of students who are good in their speech, behavior, and actions. Swami says, "Tell me your character, I shall tell you what you are." We should read only good books that also affect our thoughts.
Our mind is a reflection of the food consumed, so we should eat sattvic food which leads to good thoughts. We should partake food with a pure mind, therefore
Do food prayer Brahma Pranam before eating food. This prayer purifies the food from the 3 impurities caused by absence of cleanliness of vessels, cleanliness of food ingredients, and cleanliness of the process of cooking. Yatpavam tatpavati.
Meaning, as you think, so you become.
Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba says, dust if you think,
thus you are.
God if you think,
God you are.
Verily thoughts decide who you are.
Decide your thoughts carefully.
At the end of education is character. Morality is an important aspect of education. Money comes and goes. Morality comes and grows. Being a person with good character means you act with honesty, respect, responsibility, caring, willingness to admit mistakes, and other good quality.
Swami says if money is lost, nothing's lost.
If health is lost, something is lost.
If character is lost, everything's lost.
Join a good company.
Speak good words and pursue good education that will build our character.
What does watching the heart mean? It could mean watching the spiritual heart or watching the physical heart. The spiritual heart is the seat of values: Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa. When we begin to listen to this heart, we achieve unity of thought, words, and deeds.
Let's see the transformation process through the head, heart, hand. Any new input creates a reaction from within us in the form of a thought. The thought immediately simulates an action. However, Bhagavan Baba says that before putting the thought into action, the thought must be rooted through our conscience. If the thought is negative, then the heart will disapprove it. Then it should be consciously stopped from putting into action. If the thought is good, then the heart will approve it. Then it could be acted upon, that is, hands. The conscience, spiritual heart, acts as a guiding force in our life. Swami says the body is like a water bubble.
The mind is like a mad monkey. Do not follow the mind.
Don't follow the body.
Follow the conscience.
We are responsible for all good and bad based on our own actions, thoughts, and words. We should purify our heart to receive divine grace.
This watch always brings purity and unity of thought, word, and deed, leading to divinity.
We are now going to sing a song about watch.
Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become words. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become acts. 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 Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your actions, they become habits.
children. These are children who are in 4th and 5th grade. And for those of you who are Swami students in Prashant Nilayam and Vrindavan, you all know the emphasis he puts on watch. As a student, you've always heard him talk about that. And this is one of his biggest education to all of us. And I'm glad that Group 2A captured that very well. Thank you, teachers, and thank you, children, for your effort. Now we go to Group 3B, and these are kids in sixth grade. These are kids in 6th grade. There may be 1 or 2 older 5th grade students. The teachers are Lakshmi, Gayatri Davaluri, and Sujeevan. These are the 3 teachers. And now it's your program.
Sairam everyone. My humble pranams to Swami. And thanks to you all for coming to see the presentation today. We are Group 2B. And we have kids Nirvan, Nitig, Shriyansh, Adarsh, Kishan, Akshara, Harshita, Ashrita, and Sahana. 9 kids totally. And I am Sujeevan. And myself and Harshita are the co-teachers, and we have Lakshmi Aunty as a teacher for Group 2B. This semester we had been totally working on discipline. The goal of this year is duty and discipline for our Group 2B. And they had been doing different life activities on time management, discipline, patience, and prioritizing the daily goals. And they are making a journal on what they are doing on a daily basis. And the kids had been doing a lot of practice, and thanks to all the parents for helping the kids in doing their life activities also. And today we are going to present a small skit on the importance of discipline and time management. And also the kids will be telling about what they had been doing every week, about the life activities they had been practicing. Thank you.
Saram everyone. This semester, our class has been focused on discipline, which covers time management, patience, prioritization, and punctuality. Swami said, discipline is the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular rules or standards. Discipline is a synchronization between thought, word, and deed. We, the students of Group 2B, are offering to our dear Lord Swami a skit based on the importance of time management. Let's see how Manu learns a lesson on how important time management is. Akila is really concerned about her son Manu. Manu will not do anything on time, be it waking up in the morning or any of his daily tasks. It is getting very difficult for Akila to get her son to be disciplined. Now we're in Manu's house, and Akila is in the kitchen preparing breakfast.
Manu, please wake up. It's 6 o'clock. The bus will be here at 7.
Please give me 5 more minutes, Mom. I will get up.
Manu, please wake up without me having to repeat myself.
Manu slowly wakes up and starts to brush his teeth. The school bus is pulling in outside.
I'm so sorry. Manu's almost ready. Can you please wait 5 more minutes?
Okay, I'll wait this last time. All the other children are already in this bus.
Thank you.
Akila helps Manu with his school bag and lunch. Manu quickly runs to the bus.
You're late again. All the other children are already here. Hurry up and take a seat.
Sorry, sir. I will try to be on time tomorrow.
Now let's go to Manu's school. Look, all the children are arriving.
What do I do about Manu? He's never listening and never finishes things. I need to think of a plan wherein he learns his lesson.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you are on time to catch the bus today.
Manu, were you late again for the bus? The bus driver told me he had to wait for you. You have to be disciplined and get ready on time. On today's math class, I have an important announcement to make. Tomorrow we are taking a test, and if you are tardy, I will not let you take the test.
Yes, Mr. Sharma.
Now let's go back to Manu's house. Manu, as usual, does not listen to his mother when she asks him to stop playing and to study. He goes to bed late, and before going to bed, he asks his mother to wake him up if he does not wake up when the alarm goes off. It is now 7 in the morning, and Akila still makes no efforts to wake up Manu. The school bus honks outside.
I'm so sorry. I will drop Manu to school today. You can leave.
So you were dropping him today? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Manu finally wakes up at around 8 a.m. Oh no, it's 8 o'clock. Why didn't you wake me up, Mom?
The school bus would have already left, and I'm gonna be really late to school today. I have a math test today. We'll get a write-up if I miss the test. Please help me, Mom, please. I promise I will be disciplined and never do this again.
Just promise me that you will never procrastinate and always do your work on time.
Sure, Mom, I promise.
I've already taken permission from your math teacher. He has allowed you to take the test later today. I will drop you to school today.
Thank you, Mom, thank you. I've been saved.
Needless to say, Manu enters the class with fear. The teacher surprisingly calls him in politely and allows him to take the math test. The day goes on as usual at the school. That night, Manu decides to use the alarm clock gifted to him on his birthday. The alarm is set to 6 o'clock in the morning without Akila asking him to do it. Manu has transformed into a new leaf. He gets ready to go to school on his own. And for a change, when the school bus arrives, Manu's already there waiting.
I have now learned the value of time management and being self-disciplined. Thank you, and Sairam.
Now, some of our classmates are going to share their life application homework that we did.
Sairam, I am Nirvan and I will be talking about the importance of prioritization. Prioritizing tasks by setting short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals is very important because it can organize and improve your daily life. Short-term goals are for your everyday life and establishes a daily routine. One of my short-term goals is to go on a run daily, improving my stamina. A medium-term goal for me is to study and maintain my good grades. A long-term goal for me is to study to computer science and become an entrepreneur. By breaking down your tasks into short, medium, and long-term categories, you can work on what's most important first and avoid getting overwhelmed by everything you need to do. Additionally, it can help you stay motivated by giving you a clear route for what you need to accomplish in the short, medium, and long term. In conclusion, without a clear plan in mind, clear goals, self-discipline is ineffective. Without clear objectives and persistence, your efforts may fall flat. Thank you, and Sairam.
Sairam, everyone. My name is Shriyansh. The SSSE Daily Journal helped me in organizing my time and telling me where I should improve. For example, it has taught me to pay attention in my SSSE classroom and hold my conversations with others. It also taught me to respect my parents and follow their instructions the first time they ask. In school, it helped me do homework within time and not get any reminders from my teachers.
Also, in addition to this life application, I have worked on another life application on prioritizing tasks. Prioritizing tasks are important because they help you they prevent you from wasting your time on less critical activities and use your time a bit more efficiently. This is important because Swami said, time wasted is life wasted. Sairam, thank you.
Sairam, my name is Adarsh. I'll be talking about the life application homework related to improving my time management skills. We created the start, stop, and continue chart. On the start chart, I marked 5 qualities that would help me be more organized and punctual. And those are, I will sleep on time, I will say Brahma Pranam every day, I will eat on time, I will be at SSSE on time, and I'll be at my classes on time. On the continue chart, I marked and monitored tasks that are currently helping me be punctual and continue doing them. And those are, continue doing my work, continue going to school on time, continue folding my clothes by myself, continue putting my lunchbox away, and continue playing my instrument. On the stop chart, I marked 5 qualities that are inhibiting me from being disciplined and organized. I worked on stopping these qualities. And those are, stop dragging my feet when I walk, stop taking long showers, stop causing problems and listen to parents, stop wasting time on unwanted tasks, and stop asking for one more game and go. Monitoring and keeping track of these charts are helping me become more self-disciplined. One of my classmates, Kishan, he couldn't make it today, and he also made the same chart I made, and this is his chart. Thank you, and Sairam.
Sairam, everyone. My name is Akshara, and I would like to conclude our class presentation with a summary of what we have learned in this semester. In class, we have covered the topics of patience, punctuality, time management, and prioritization that all fall under the category of discipline. When we were talking about patience, we read a story about Arthur Ashe, an African-American tennis player who used to play when there was segregation in the US. Even though he was one of the only African-American players at the time, he was patient and he never lost his temper on the court, which is what made him so successful. When we were talking about punctuality, we learned 5 affirmations that go with it. These affirmations are, I will be at the right place at the right time, I will do my work ahead of time, I will plan a daily schedule and keep it, I will respect others and their time. Lastly, we talked about time management and prioritization. Swami has said, time waste is life waste. We learned that time management is organizing your time effectively, and to do that, you need to prioritize. Prioritization is making a list of your big goals and your small goals. Discipline was our main topic, and Swami has said, discipline is vital to every living being. For man, it is even more important than the spinal cord. Without discipline, mankind will be ruined. Thank you, and Sairam. Sairam. Thank you, Sairam.
Very good job, children. And I want to thank the teachers, Sajeevan, Gayatri Davaluri, and Lakshmi Padmanabhan for their effort in helping children understand the significance of time management. I think that is one of the best skill sets that they can carry at their age in life. And Swami always, and if you're a student, you've heard him say this, time waste is life waste. I don't know how many times he says that, but he constantly keeps reminding his students about that. All right, next we move to group 3. So these are 7th, 8th, and 9th grade children. and they will be making a presentation, and the teachers are Mahesh. Huh? Yeah, Padmini, Mahesh, and of course we have Srinivasan. He is not here. He underwent surgery 2 days ago. He is recovering well, and we are all praying that he will be back in the next couple of months, back to teaching Group 3, hopefully from the start of next year. But with that, I will turn it over to Padmini.
Sairam everyone, my name is Padmini and I serve Group 3 along with Srinivas uncle and Mahesh. Unfortunately, as uncle said, they are not here today, but they send in their best wishes to all the kids here and their Sairams to all the parents. So we have students from grade 7 to 9, and week after week, the evaluation of their thought process is nothing short of a revelation for us. So we almost learn as much as we teach them. So today's presentation is completely conceived, executed by them independently. So it's their interpretation of what we have learned in the class. So without much ado, let me introduce the Group 3. We have Ashwit. Ashwit, come. Aishwarya, Ahna, Archita, Krishna, Sai Pravaksha, Dikshita, Ishan, Satvik, and Arjun.
Om Saram. Self-confidence and determination are the key to success. This semester, our focus was on twin values of determination and dedication. And we started this semester reading some excerpts from Swami's various speeches and having valuable discussions about their applications in our daily life. Swami said, for the accomplishment of any aim, in life, man needs an unflinching mind, tireless endeavor, and unshakable determination. Students should realize that determination and perseverance they show in seeking to win laurel in games and sports are also equally necessary in other spheres of life, especially in those of morality and spirituality. The first quality you have to cultivate is on gratitude to divine.
Swami says dedication is not what others expect of you. It is what you give to others. Dedication is different from service. In service, there is the element of ego. I serve. He is my master. He acquires my service. I am necessary for him. But in dedication, the I is wiped out. There is no desire for the fruit. The joy consists of the act being done. To cultivate that attitude of devotion, everyone must think of God, remember the name of God, and deepen faith in God. The air you breathe, the water you drink, and the earth which you walk on are all gifts of God. The great sages of yore who adored God in various ways consider devotion as a means of expressing gratitude to God. We discussed the Navavida Bhakti Marga and the lives of great exemplars of 9 forms of bhakti. Parikshit for Shravanam, Narada for Kirtanam, Prahalada for Vishnu Namasmaranam, Prithu for Archanam, Akrura for Vandanam, Hanuman for Dasyam, Arjuna for Sakyam, Lakshmi for Padasevanam, and Bali for Atmanivedanam.
To put our learning to practice and pursue the path of friendship, Sakyam, we have, as a class, started Letters to Swami. Once a week, we practice Smaranam by chanting 108 names of our Sai and Kirtanam through new budgets. Swami always emphasized that students should bear in mind that they have to cultivate good qualities along with the pursuit of their studies. Virtues alone can help one to elevate oneself in life. It is with education and good qualities that you can experience the bliss of fullness. Our class will now demonstrate a small skit on the Arshad Virgas, or 6 vices that inflict human beings, and how we can overcome it. Thank you.
Oh, wise master, can you give me a way to achieve true happiness? Every day I go across people who are rich, powerful, and successful, but they are not truly happy.
That is indeed a great question that everyone needs to ask themselves. Arishta Varga's The 6 Enemies of the Mind. Sanatana Dharma clarified that we cannot be happy unless these 6 enemies are defeated. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one should uplift oneself by oneself. One should not degrade oneself. Indeed, mind alone is friend of oneself, and mind alone is enemy of oneself. Let's together learn on how to defeat these vices.
Mom, I want a Stanley Cup.
No, you have way too many bottles.
But I want one more. It won't hurt.
No, you just say you want one more, but your desires will increase, so no more. Period.
This is an example of kama, desire.
Everyone has an unlimited amount of desires. Once you have one desire, it grows. To avoid this, you need to identify what your desire is. Once you do that, you figure out if you need it or if you don't. Then if you do, then get it. If you don't, then don't get it.
Oh no, I spilled so much coffee all over the floor. Please don't fire me.
How dare you? You're a horrible person. You're fired.
This is an example of krodha, anger.
Anger or krodha is a very dangerous vice. Not only can it hurt you, but also others around you. Swami has said that we know that when we become angry, our nerves become weak and feeble, and we lose grip on ourselves. Even a moment of anger takes away our strength that we gather by eating good food for 3 months.
Oh, I'm an old woman. I need 5 acres of land.
Because of your hard work, I have decided to give you a gift.
Oh, what's the gift?
Whatever land you run past, you will get that land.
Okay.
Before sunset.
Oh, okay. I'll do this. Okay, I got 1 acres of land. Okay, now it's 3. One more second. Okay, now I got 5. I think it won't hurt if I get 10 more. Oh, this is very tiring. But I can do this. Okay, I got 9, just 1 more. Please, just 1 more. I can do this. No, no, please don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. No.
This is an example of lobha, greed.
As you can see, this woman died of greed. Greed brings you bad fate. To avoid getting greed, think about your needs and wants. Ask yourself, do you need it? Is it necessary? It's so cold outside. I left my jacket at home. I shouldn't have done that.
Let me see if I have a jacket. This is my favorite jacket. I don't want to give it away. Sorry, I don't have a jacket.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. Sairam, my name is Arjun, and today I'm going to be talking about moha. Moha is an emotional state when a person likes someone or something to the extent that they become attached to that person or material and is unable to part with these people for even a few seconds. Moha also means maya or delusion. It is one of many concepts of ignorance in Hinduism that prevents the realization of truth and clouds the mind. In our skit today, you all know the right thing to do is help others when they are in need. But the attachment to someone or something will cloud our judgment and we do selfish things in pursuit of our own happiness.
Let us see the next example.
Wow, you're so bad at piano, bro. I played better than you when I was 5 years old. Maybe in 3. Can do better. This
is an example of matsarya, jealousy.
Okay. This is ego. Ego is when you think you're better than someone, but you really aren't. You can avoid being egoistic by not thinking you're better than everyone and everything.
I love my new phone.
Hey, why do you get a new phone? You do not deserve a new phone. Ooh, she dropped her phone. What if I take it and hide it? Haha, now she will not find it.
This is an example of matsarya, jealousy.
Sairam, my name's Ishan. Jealousy is when you think someone is not being fair in your mind, but in reality, it's right for that person. This is Matsurya. It is also making your mind think that you are worse than someone else, and you're really trying to act to be smarter and better.
Sairam, now that we know about the 6 vices, we are determined to fight these obstacles on a daily basis during our lifespan and be worthy of being called SSSE students and children of our beloved Bhagavan. Jai Sairam.
And thank you, teachers, for having taught some valuable lessons to these children at such early ages in their life. Now, the last group is group 4. These are high school kids. You can see for yourself, everybody here has gone through the SSE program, group 1, group 2, and group 3. So you can see for yourself if they have understood everything else that group 1, 2, and 3 did, and see how they are able to synthesize that in a real world situation. I'm going to introduce Bharati Hariharan, the teacher of group 4.
Sairam everyone, I'm Bharati Hariharan. I am a co-teacher for group 4 along with Paddy Uncle and Shiva Jayaraman. Shiva is traveling for business international, so he couldn't make it today. And group 4, we have Surya, Anish, Bhavna, Sai, Janani, Srimai, and Mahima. The effort they put together, very, very good amount of hard work with lot of united effort. That's what you're going to see today. Mahima couldn't make it today. She will definitely be inspired because she's not well. And her part will be covered, whatever we were like until Thursday, I guess, we still, all of us had, calls for getting this arranged. And what you're going to see is a good panel discussion on petals of worship. And over to group 4 students for petals of worship.
Saram everyone, my name is Bhavna and I'm in group 4. So this year we've been practicing the petals of worship, which are nonviolence, sense control, compassion, forbearance, peace, penance, meditation, and truth. So to demonstrate these, so basically We focused on the first three petals so far, and that's nonviolence, sense control, and compassion. And to demonstrate these three petals in action, we created this scenario that's pretty realistic. So imagine there's a girl named Arya. So she's a typical teenager in her junior year, and she's pretty free-spirited and is highly social in nature. She's always focused on pleasing people, which can be consequential because she tends to get influenced easily by people. Being in our neighborhood and growing up together, we became best friends, and we also have a good understanding of each other. Unfortunately, about 3 years ago, her parents got divorced, and her parents sold their house, and she moved with her mom to another house in a nearby neighborhood so that she can go to the same school. Being very close to both her parents, she was really hurt by the divorce, and not just the divorce, but peer pressure from her friends, as well as pressure from her parents, really helped her go into a spiral. We tried to talk to her and ease her pain, but she refused to accept our help. She began to withdraw from all of us, and she made new friends. As high school progressed, her grades got worse, and her study habits all took a major hit. She was going down a spiral without even knowing it. Because she was in the danger of academic probation, she decided to resort to cheating as her method to get good grades. A few weeks ago, some of us saw her mother around the neighborhood, and her mother came up to us and told us that she was really concerned for Arya. And even though Arya has completely changed her behavior, she still has a good side of her, and she still misses all of us. She reached out to us so that we can help Arya find herself. So after looking at this scenario, we realized that we can use the petals of worship to help us out. To break this down, let's ask these questions to ourselves. So what caused her downfall, and why is she being so violent to herself? This will be answered by Surya.
So when people hear the word violence, the first thing they usually think of is something physical. So was Arya really violent in this case? Because other than some damage caused by stress or anger, there wasn't really any other physical acts. However, the problems she caused because of her actions were indeed still physical, such as the anger directed towards her parents' separation, which was instead fueled to ruin her lifestyle. This both caused emotional distress to herself and to others, which is a form of violence which affects both herself and others. While it wasn't bad for her to have a reaction to this horrible situation she was placed in, the way in which she dealt with it long term is what's a problem. She closed herself off from everybody, which not only prevented them from helping her, but prevented herself from healing, as she didn't allow herself to feel for her current situation. Furthermore, she sought out friends who fueled deeds like cheating and other mischievous deeds. Now, this could have been prevented if she just allowed herself to accept her current situation. But instead, she succumbed to the peer pressure because she's a people pleaser and therefore didn't follow her dharma. This was fueled by emotions such as greed, anger, attachment, and desires. Now, this doesn't mean that her being affected by this in the short term was bad, but if she opened herself up, she could have prevented this. By loving herself and allowing herself to feel for her current situation, she could have prevented her downfall. For Swami says, love as feeling is nonviolence.
All right, thank you, Surya, for that explanation on nonviolence. Next, we'll go to Sai Janani and Srimaye, who'll explain the shortcomings of Arya in a perspective of sense control and mind control.
Sairam, I'm Sai Janani. Srimaye and I will discuss Arya's journey in exploring her shortcomings based on sense control and mind control. First, Arya experiences a loss of identity due to significant changes in her life, such as her parents' divorce and moving to a new neighborhood. Initially, Arya was known as a very free-spirited and social individual who enjoyed being around her friends. But after her parents' divorce, she began feeling more uncertain about her place in the world and more vulnerable. And she felt the need to please others as a means of validating her own self-worth, which is something we can all relate to. This leads to Arya not being able to accept help from others. What do you think about this, Srimaye?
I agree with you, Janani. Arya's loss of identity Arya's loss of identity made her avoid guidance from her mother and her friends. Arya's resistance to guidance might have been her way to assert freedom in order to control and as a response to the significant changes in her life. By refusing help, she seeks to control her decisions, even if it means resorting to cheating and bad behavior.
I agree, Shrime. Arya's parents' divorce causes her to develop a deep insecurity as she starts to prioritize fitting in and starts to fear the judgment of others, which leads her to give in to the temptation to cheat on her assignments, rather than seek support or help from her friends. This shows how Arya lacks a sense of self-control and emotional regulation, which leads to a destructive cycle of dishonesty and insecurities.
That's right. We can take Arya's insecurity as an example of lack of emotional regulation. She's unable to accept the changes in her life and resorts to seeking external validation from her friends. She's also unable to discriminate the genuine love and concern from her mother and her friends versus the temporary satisfaction that she gets from her new friend circle.
That's true, Shrime. Her desire for validation from her friends reflects an imbalance in her self-control, as she is prioritizing fitting in instead of maintaining her inner peace. As Swami emphasizes the importance of self-discipline in all aspects of life, Arya's inability to stop seeking validation from others show how she has a lack of control over her senses, particularly ego and desire.
Similarly, all the emotional stresses that were upon Arya caused her to be distracted from her school performance. This distracted was caused by her lack of emotional judgment and desire to be accepted. And this desire to be accepted might lead her to paths that are not ethical.
I agree with that, Shrime. Arya's impulsivity is a result of her resorting to cheating on her exams and assignments. Instead of addressing her academic struggles and addressing them with integrity, she decides the best way to maintain her reputation and get high grades is by cheating. This rash decision that Arya does show how she lacks consideration for the consequences of her actions. What do you think?
I think that overall, all of these examples lead to Arya's lack of sense control. By not only not being able to control her thoughts, but also failing to set boundaries between her relationships with her friends and family, she allows others to influence her course of action. I think it's important for Arya to evaluate her thoughts and actions in order to realize the violence that she caused upon herself. Buddha wanted to control the five senses. First and foremost, he decided to acquire samyak drishti, which is the right vision. Man today cannot control his senses because of the fickleness of his mind. Along with right vision, we should have right thought, right word, and right action. Only this way can we experience God. Swami says, master the mind and become mastermind. But what does this mean to us? It implies the importance of self-awareness, mental discipline, and most importantly, putting a ceiling on our desires.
Thank you, Srimai and Sajani, for explaining her shortcomings. Next, we'll hear from Anish, who will help us learn how to show love and compassion towards Arya.
Arya is surrounded by bad company that reinforces her behavior of cheating in school. In order to show love to Arya, I have to explain to her that our friends are a bad influence on her and that they bring out the negative qualities in her. I also have to explain to her that how cheating can impact her future negatively. I would show compassion to Arya by giving her my full attention when I speak to her. If Arya does not wish to speak to me, I should be patient, but I should continue giving her the idea that I care for her and I want to speak with her. When Arya finally decides to speak to me, I should talk to her with a judgment-free mindset. After hearing about her parents' divorce and how she's been struggling with it, and she's also resorted to cheating in school, I would give her my support and offer to tutor her in the classes where she is struggling the most in. This will build up Arya's confidence and make her feel as if she doesn't need to cheat anymore because she knows the information. I would also show Arya empathy by making her feel that as she doesn't have to go through her parents' divorce alone. I would remind her that she has her family and friends who love and support her and will do anything for her. After this initial conversation, I would continuously keep checking up on Arya to make sure that she's doing well in school as well as home. Saram.
So now that we all understand what nonviolence, sense control, and compassion is, we were all able to help Arya get out of that spiral and help her find herself. Here's what Swami has to say about these petals. Love as feelings in nonviolence. When you realize that God is in everyone, you will practice nonviolence. That's from August 1995. And then about sense control, he said, once you have the 5 senses under control, you can experience God. He is not far away from you. He is in you, below you, above you, and all around you. God, in fact, is the indweller of man. And then the one about compassion is not merely a display of kindness to someone in distress. It calls for complete identification with the suffering experienced by another and relieving that suffering as a means of relieving the agony experienced by himself. So all of us can use these petals to help us out in our day-to-day situations and to help us out with ourselves as well as others. Thank you, and Sairam.
Great. Good job. Good job, everybody. And thanks, Bharti, for all the support you provided. I've known these kids for 2 years, and I can tell you every one of them, they have a very good head on their shoulders. And this analysis of the scenario, they did it all by themselves. And they did it in 2 days and pieced this together. And Bharti and I were just listening as they were talking. So these kids have connected it very well. And to the parents of these children, I can tell you that when your kids go to college, don't worry about them, because these kids here really know how to handle themselves. And I think they're going to do very well in their life. Thanks to the great parenting that all of you did. I want to thank all the teachers for the hard work that they've done, and all the children for the last 2-3 weeks of great practice. Give them a big hand. And it'd be wrong if all of us don't join together and give the parents a big hand, because without the parents' cooperation, close involvement with the children, they will never turn out to be the gems that you want them to be. So there is a lot of effort that parents with the teachers have to do for the children, right? So again, I keep repeating this all the time. Swami always says this: the mother leads the child to the father. Father and mother lead the child to Guru. Father, mother, and Guru lead the child to God. That is the process, and that's what this SSE program is all about. I hope you will continue to work closely with your children and teachers and make sure that they progress well, not only in school, but also in their spiritual thought process, so they can connect and combine the two and be productive citizens when they grow older. And that's the best sadhana that all of us as parents can do. And that's the best way for all of us as parents to reach God. And Swami himself has said that. The best and the highest form of sadhana is parenting. And parenting is not for the children, parenting is for parents. Because we learn as our children grow, we learn from our children, because they are really playing out the values that we have given to them. So this job of parenting becomes extremely critical, and I thank you all for being so actively involved in the welfare of your children. Before we go to the bhajan, I'd like to have Kiran Admusali. He is the parent coordinator, along with Sheshadri. We have got some very interesting service projects planned coming up, along with some activities for parents to get involved as well. So there is a family coming together to build values for the children. Go ahead.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. So as Uncle was saying, we have a couple of parent activities and seva activities for the kids. So we'll quickly go through this. I won't take much time, Uncle. So just to start with, for parents, we have study circle, which happens on every Saturday from 3:15 to 4 p.m. It's exactly during the same time when we have the Bal Vikas for the kids. So we would definitely encourage you all to come and join us for the study circle. During the study circle, we normally discuss about Swami's teaching and reflect on those teachings. And right now we are going through the Gita Vahini. This is Swami's teachings from the Bhagavad Gita, and it's coordinated by Mr. Ramesh Garu. And it's a very enlightening discussion when we hear different perspectives. So would definitely encourage each one of you to join us during Saturdays when you drop off your kids. It's right here, so if you can just join us, that would be great. The other one that, as Uncle was just mentioning about parenting, and so there is also a workshop that is being planned for the future for Sai parenting. Last time when we had this session, Uncle did talk about Sai parenting, and the thing I did was I ordered a book and I have it at my desk. But Uncle and others are going to help us go through this journey of Sai parenting and how it is done. So I'm very excited, and I hope you all are too as well. So now quickly going to our Seva activities. So for the Seva activities, the first one I would like to discuss is about Feed My Starving Children. So this is an activity that happens monthly once on a Friday from 7 in the evening to 8:30, so around 90 minutes. The organization which does this, their goal is to have nutritious food delivered to children all over the world. It's a very nice family activity where you can come along with your kids, and it's more like a packaging center where you package food for the kids and then send it up across the world. Some of the kids from the Bal Vikas have already been participating in this, and I would just take a couple of minutes to quickly discuss with one of the youngest and maybe very enthusiastic kid, Dhruva, if you can come in. Dhruva is so full of energy that he inspires you of how you do it. Come, Kana. So, Dhruva, so you go to the service, right? How do you find the service? Is it fun?
Yes.
Okay. As a part of the fun, what do you do, Kana?
On the ceiling there's a thing hanging, and it says a table number, and we get a box and there's a marker, we write the table number on it, and when 36 packets are packed, and we have to pack 2 on each, when they all are packed, we pack them in the box, and then we scream out a table number, and then somebody comes and takes it.
Oh, thank you so much. So as you see, right, like he has so much of energy, and you should see him on the floor when he's doing this activity. He just inspires you, and it's just fun. Dhruva, would you take me in your team?
Yes.
Thank you, Sairam. So definitely, as I said, this happens on the first or the second Friday of every month. This is happening on March 1st as well, so there are a few slots open. Please feel free to register it. As I said, it's a family activity, so it's great fun with the kids. It's literally like, you're all in a packaging station. You can do it as a family, you can do it with friends. It's a lot of fun, and as Dhruva just mentioned, and there is a lot of energy in that room. So next, I will hand it over to Sheshadri Garu to just go over the Narayan Seva and the tree planting activities. Sairam.
Sairam, I won't take too long. Thanks, Kiran and Dhruva. Dhruva brings a lot of energy. I thought, okay, I will try to infuse energy and get it, but then I get energy from the energy that Dhruva every time participates, and the vigor with which he does everything. So, and it's not just Dhruva alone, there are many other kids who come. So I highly encourage all the family to come over and participate at least once a month. With that, we have very interesting activity. We all know that Swami's 100th birth centenary is coming in a year's time, and so we have 100 for Swami's 100 that is underway, and that is being done globally. So for that, as a region, we have 3 activities. That is, first is 100 Narayan Seva by each family of the Sai Center. FMSC will count as one. And so for people who come to the FMSC, I will have a spreadsheet. We can add that as a tracking, and there are other opportunities as well. Last year we were donating to the Frisco Family Services, so we can keep track of it. We just suggest at minimum 100 Narayan Seva. We can go more. More would be the merrier, and I'm sure it will please Swami. And also we are. The SSSG, the parent council, is planning on 10 million trees plantation drive. We, at our center, we are doing at 100 trees before Swami's 100th birthday. So we are going to have a tree planting initiative, either in the month of April. I think we are in the fag end of the spring, and so we might not find it beyond April. So we'll have one activity in April, and also we'll be having few activities in fall and spring. I encourage all of you to sign up and let us try to plant at least 100 trees. The last one is the 100 refugee seva that is being done at the region level. We do not have anything here. We are still looking for it. So if there are any leads, please let me know, and we will try to see how we can get the refugee seva going. With that, if we have any other ideas for service project also, we are open to it. So please come lead, and we will make it happen for us and for Swami. Thank you, Sarah.
Service activities. I think we're trying to enrich the SSE program for our children. See, there was a reason why Sathya Sai Baba said that there are 4 very important activities in the center. One is bhajans. That's where we all come together and sing in harmony. And not only do you feel the joy, but it also brings everybody close together. And the second thing Swami said was education. And education, you have 2 sides to it. One, adult study circle, and the children's SSC program. We try to do that here, because if parents are able to attend the study circle, and when they go home and they look at what is being taught in class, you'll be able to correlate what happens, and you'll be able to practice that together as a family at home, and that creates enormous impact. And there's no better way than to understand all of the various aspects of some of the spiritual sayings of Swami and going through the Gita Vahini. It is Swami's interpretation of Gita and going through the whole thing, and I would really urge all of you to start there and then listen to the children when they come home to see what they have learned, and I guarantee you will make the connection and the whole family grows together. That was part of the reason he had education program. And then the service activities. The service activity, first of all, if you do it with the family, it connects the family together. It will, when you do it from your heart, over the long haul, bring a sense of humility in you, because you begin to appreciate the grace of God that is in you, right? And when you realize that, I think you will be self-driven to serve Him at all times. So those are the 3 reasons why he had the music, bhajans, education program, and service. We could go on for a long time, but given time constraints, I'm going to cut it off. But please, as parents, I would urge all of you to get involved with your children, because that's where maximum benefit of the SSC program can be realized. With that, we will conclude the first session, and now we are going straight into bhajans. These children have spent last couple of weeks, more than weeks, almost a month, almost on a regular basis, learning bhajans. We have 2 bhajan teachers. Both of them are not here because of ill health. We miss both of them. They have spent hours working with the children and training them, and you will see the effect of that today in their singing. One is Deepa Shankar. She is not here. I think all of you have met. And the other bhajan singer, very proficient and talented, is Lakshmi Varanasi. She is also not here. I wish both of them were here, but I want to tell the children, since your teachers are not here, give it your very best so they can hear from others how good a job you did, so they'll feel very good about doing what they did. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next program, which is the bhajan singing by the children.